I thought you were gonna put this.
And we're back. Trifecta Live with our music segment number 1.
We're back, mother flowers.
Woo! Woo! So we're gonna break this down into 3 parts. It has been a great summer for music. Honestly, a great year for music. Definitely one of the best in a long time. So what would be our show without actually having to analyze and talk about our favorites from the artists to the songs to the albums? We're going to lay it all out for y'all and say what we thought was our best and favorites. So we're going to start off with the first one. Best new artist of the summer.
It's the summer VMAs. For me, the best new artist of the summer for me was new. Probably for me. It's always between Roy Woods and Post Malone. I love both a lot. It's hard. Like 2 of my favorite songs of the summer, which we get into later, is Drama and White Iverson. Drama by Roy Woods featuring Drake.
You just heard that if you were listening.
And
on WIC.
And White Iverson by Post Malone. I don't know, they both got really good breaks. Drake kind of brought Roy Woods on board, remixed his song, and then signed him. And Post Malone kind of put himself up from his own bootstraps and has no label he signed to, but pretty much got a bunch of love, and now he's on Kanye's song. And the thing is, I think that what supports Roy Woods more is that he released an EP this summer. Post Malone didn't. He does have an EP though. Most people don't know it, and most people don't know his other songs. Yeah. But another honorable mention is probably like Ram Riddles as well.
Ooh, Ram Riddles, the Pineapple King himself. That's my favorite artist of the. That's my artist of the summer. Honestly, I heard P2P, his EP. Before that, I heard Sweeter Man because I went on this forum that I always go on, and they posted it, and I'm thinking, what is this? And then I heard
what is this?
His manager is actually a friend of Party Next Door. That's AJ Sutton. He's actually played Connor on Degrassi, so he's been promoting him for a long time on his IG. So I wanted to check it out. It looked kind of cool. The video is funny to me, but the song itself, I love Sweeter Man. Sweeter Man is actually like one of my favorite songs this summer. So I really hope he comes out with like a lot more music. He actually said that he made Sweeter Man as a joke, as just a hobby. But then like people want him to make more music, so now he's probably gonna start taking.
He made a song a hobby, like he just made that song.
He just made it like he just like let me make a song.
For the fun of it. Oh
yeah, for the fun of it.
It made it seem like he has a hobby of making Sweeter Man over and over again.
Just like his fans just wanted him to make more music. His friends wanted to make more music, so he just continued. He did that EP, which I really recommend all of you to hear it. It's called P2P on his SoundCloud. Ram Riddles, obviously. Listen to Ram Riddles. He's kind of cool. And as Matt said, he like Post Malone and Roy Woods. I also co-sign with that. I love those 2 artists myself. Have a definite like Roy Woods to me. He's obviously the token Drake guy now, and that has been like Party Next Door, The Weeknd. So I guess that's why he had a big fan base as well. But I really think he has more to offer than PND, in my opinion. I think he's more versatile than PND.
I mean, he only dropped an EP. PND has dropped way more.
But I don't like. I mean, but PND hasn't followed up. I really don't like PND 2 that much. So I feel like Roy Woods.
The songs he's dropped over the summer have been really good.
Like
the song he did with Travis Scott, No Feelings.
Yeah. I only heard that on the radio show. I didn't really get to hear the rest of it. But I know he did a song recently, actually, that got overshadowed because of this whole mixtape that dropped. I didn't get to hear that. Is that good?
Blase remix, yeah.
All right, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, PND has dropped a bunch of really good songs. It was like about 3 or 4.
All right, well, I gotta hear them in order to like fully understand that. But right now, I think Roy Woods is like OVO's best prodigy right now, next to Magic Jordan, because Magic Jordan also dropped Heat. But we'll get into that later.
So who's your favorite artist of the summer, Jeremy?
Well,
new artists.
As for best new artist, to be honest, I don't have any comments on that because I didn't listen to like Ray Woods or like Post Malone. I didn't listen to much music during the summer. The only thing that I was really anticipating was just the Weeknd album. As anyone that knows me, I'm a huge Weeknd fan. But as for like songs, the one that really stood out to me the most is the one with Young Thug and Travis Scott on the song called Drunk. Like the just the beat itself, like it's just something I can really vibe to.
Yeah.
So like every time I was just cruising down, cruising down the street
with
in
your
my
6'4"?
6'4", yeah. I used to I mostly play the song just cause it's a uptight and fast paced type of music and stuff, and it's just like just got me on the it got me on the mood to do anything and stuff. As for best albums, well,
Oh, we're going like whoa,
wait.
we're saving the surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we're going
through. Like,
artist, song,
All right,
technical
all right.
difficulties.
All right.
Another honorable mention is Belly, which is a really
Oh, yeah,
dumb name
he's
for an
good.
artist, but like he
Oh,
dropped his
Belly,
Yes, Belly's
he dropped
good.
his mixtape called Up for Days. He's an affiliate of The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped a really cool song called Might Not,
Might
featuring
Not.
The Weeknd, and another song called
Travis Scott.
yeah, White Girls featuring Travis Scott.
Beautiful.
And yeah, honorable mention. Some of the artists I got into this summer were definitely Future and Travis Scott. I didn't really like listen to them before. I did hear Days Before Rodeo when it dropped last year by Travis Scott. Didn't really stick to me that much. But after I heard his album, which we'll talk about a little bit later, listened to all his old stuff and became a Travis Scott fan, and definitely became a huge Future fan
Let's give a
in
round
the
of
past
applause.
3 weeks. So two artists I recently got into. Better late than never.
And y'all also have to be on the look for Bryson Tiller. He's gonna drop Trap Soul October 2nd. He's another one I got into this summer. He's gonna drop some heat.
He's another good new artist of the summer. And just another interlude was a was a really good song.
Great samples. But he did Bria's interlude from So Far Gone too. He just mixed that up too. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then Been That Way is also a great song to me.
Well then.
What do you guys think of the beef between Drake and Meek during the summer? Like, do you think that was like something that was like necessary? Like, I feel like it was all a joke and stuff.
I thought it was. I just thought.
All right, who we going?
I don't think it was that serious.
Me
think-
personally, I thought it was a pussy stunt that just went wrong.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was talking about this with a friend earlier. Like, Lebo just committed like career suicide because Drake fans are really obsessive over Drake, so he's gonna lose regardless. But the fact that he just made such a fool of himself and making such a whack song to come at Drake, I don't know how you drop a whack Drake diss.
What is the
And,
name of the song anyway?
Like, Drake just got a bunch of good publicity off of it, and so that kind of just like killed a lot of Meek Mill's credibility. I know album sales fell.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Ticket sales fell for the Pink Print tour, which Meek Mill was on. So I took a toll on Nicki Minaj's tour.
Is that your girls tour or
Your world?
Or is
That's
that
the
a
question
world
of the
tour
summer.
or your girls?
Is that a world tour or your girls tour? What I gotta say is, I agree with Matthew 100%. It also really hurts me because that album is actually decent. It's actually really good. It's actually a really great
What
album.
album?
To me. Dreams Worth More Than Money. It's actually really good. And he just threw that all away. Imagine if he never got mad at Drake for not quote unquote tweeting the album. Look where Meek Mill would have probably been like really stable right now, and now he's just like a meme.
so-
He's a walking meme now.
Yeah.
He's still stable, just gets make fun of a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. I mean that's what I meant by stable.
Actually, speaking of which,
Go ahead.
songs of the summer, I think that has a few good songs of the summer. For you guys who know me personally, Lord Knows, which was the first song off of Meek Mill's album, was my fudging jam. Lord Knows was so fire. He sampled Beethoven on that song. It turned into a hard bumping trap beat. So that was fuego. Definitely, Drake had a really good summer in terms of features. And songs about himself. His OVO Radio debuted, and he dropped My Love with Major Jordan. He also dropped another song called
Right.
no, what was it called?
Charged Up?
Learn from Each Other.
Learn from each other.
But his whole label was taken over. He dropped Charged Up back to back. He dropped one of his best verses the whole year on 100 Feet by the Game.
Yes.
Dropped another bomb verse on Where You At, featuring Drake, which I think is their best song they made.
And
And
of course you can't forget.
And don't forget, right
Rigo?
Hand. Yeah,
Right hand.
Right Hand, I do not.
I love
listen to
right
that
hand.
song.
Right hand to me.
I heard it once and knocked out.
Right hand. Nah. Right
What
hand
a-
has a great has a sick beat to me.
What about Hotline Bling?
Hotline Bling's a good song.
Great song. Great song.
Like Drake definitely bounced back from like him dropping that whack mixtape back in February, which is really controversial.
Whack.
I thought it was pretty whack, but
It's not.
I thought it was pretty whack sauce. Other songs are Drama by Roy Woods, White Iverson by Post Malone, which is some other anthems. March Madness by The Future was a good anthem. Yeah, it's a lot of really good. It was really bumping summer. I just wish I had more time to enjoy it, but I was working.
And of course, when me, Matthew said all those songs I also enjoy. I also listen to Let It Happen by Tame Impala. That's rock music. What else? Codeine Crazy. I know it's not even like a song of the summer. It's like came out last
October.
year. I know that, but you did say March Madness, and March Madness came out in like it came out in like March. So,
no, it didn't.
No, April. No, because 56 Nights was not a summer album. It came out in March.
It came out in May.
No, it came out in
Beast
March.
Mode came out in January. 56 Nights came out.
56 Nights came out in March, bro.
It came out in March.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google this while you're talking.
All right. So March Madness is that. So Codeine Crazy was my song that I played every day throughout the summer, as well as Sweeter Men by Ram Riddles. Even though I like the original, people like the remix, but I like the original. The original was more fun to me. Of course, Thought It Was a Drop by The Future. What else? I liked a whole lot of songs, and Matthew basically said them all. So
I like Can't Feel My Face.
Can't Feel My Face. There we
by
go.
The Weeknd. I like, and The Hills, definitely. The Hills is my favorite, one of my favorite Weeknd songs.
Yeah.
I actually started
Ever.
to really love The Hills once the album came out.
Yeah, when I heard, but
Always loved that song to death.
It became my fan. I became a fan of it once the album.
That's easily one of like top 3 best Weeknd songs ever.
when I heard The Hills, the first thing that popped into my head was his first mixtape, the House of Balloons.
Yeah.
I feel like I seen remnants of House of Balloons in The Hills, and that's what like kind of tied me back into like, oh, I gotta enjoy House of Balloons again, because it's been a while since he's made a good quality music like House of Balloons. But on top of that, The Hills is just more like it has the darkish, Weeknd, talking about, drinking and then having sex with, multiple females and stuff, and just how, at late night is when, everything happens, booty call hours and stuff like that, but other than that, I feel like the Hills can't feel my face.
Oh,
and was the other song that he dropped that was a single? Wasn't it
You talking about his singles?
Mm-hmm.
His singles were Tell Your Friends, Often, Can't Feel My
Often,
Face,
yes, Often,
The Hills.
I also
and don't
say,
forget Earn It.
how could we also
Earned It was a while back. Well, So Often,
Yeah.
Often and Earned It were
we
a while
also
back.
forgot about Girls Born in the 90s. I don't know if that counts, but that was a great
See,
song.
That was a leak though.
You see
Yeah.
now,
That was for you guys who don't know, that was the previous version of Acquainted before it became Acquainted, which I think is far superior to Girls Born in the 90s.
I agree.
I think he should have put it on the album. Girls Born in the 90s.
Acquainted was
because I feel like
Yeah.
it should have been Acquainted. Then as it transitions into Girls Born in the 90s, the actual song is it's actually better than his transition in Acquainted.
My thing,
it's the
my
same
argument,
song.
My
It is the
argument,
same song, but I was like, but it's
wait.
just-
This
I
is
see
the
what you're. Okay,
song.
I'm gonna do Matthew's perspective and then Jeremy's. Jeremy, I agree with you. I agree with you from a fan's perspective, saying that you would like it to be Acquainted and then like Girls Born in the 90s, just like how it was the Host and then Initiation, correct?
Yes, he
Yeah.
should instead of earned
that's what
instead
that's
of
what my
earned
bracket
it. It
looks
should have
like.
been Girls Born in the 90s.
Oh no, I wouldn't take Earned It out. I would just add Girls Born
Earned
in
it
the
should
90s.
Earned
into
it should have not. It shouldn't been not
It
been in
fit
the
the album. It fit the
It
album.
does,
Well,
but it should have not been there.
I-
I believe it should have not been there. It should have
And
been
we-
Girls Born in the 90s.
And we will definitely discuss that when we talk about albums.
Yeah, best album of the summer for me.
Wait. I was gonna say one more song. From ASAP.
Alright, yeah, go.
All right. So Cherry Bomb, and then there's ASAP's album.
I was just gonna say that you didn't
got,
say nothing about ASAP.
Well, that's what I was gonna. I'm getting into it. All right. So
Getting into it.
all right. So LSD was one of my favorite songs of the summer, as well as Canal Street and Electric Body. Definitely great songs. And then you got What's the
Pretty
other joint?
Flacco.
Yeah, Pretty Flacco too. I'm thinking about some other joint. Oh, it's Smuckers, of course, by Kanye and Tyler and Lil Wayne was another one of
That
mine.
came out a
And
hot
Blow
minute
My
ago.
Load, Blow My Load too. But they carried on to the summer for me. That's just me. Just like March Madness, you got.
I thought they came out May. Like I thought they came out April or May. That's my fault.
Sorry.
And
now we could talk
Travis
about
Scott's album was also great too.
Antidote, and 3500.
3500 is my favorite track.
Antidote is better.
90210. Pray for Love. The Impossible. Oh no, Impossible. Like, come on, you can't forget those.
But I know what I can't forget. The best albums of the summer.
We'll save that
As I
for-
said, Beauty Behind the Madness I think is the best album of the summer because I like The Weeknd's new sound. I like the way I like artists who evolve. I don't like
Yes.
a lot of Weeknd fans I know want him to make mixtapes over and over and over again about the same depressing stuff. And me personally, I prefer like him evolving, making new music.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you feel that Often and the Hills and Earned It should
The
have been on the
Hills.
album?
Say that again, Paris.
Do you feel that Often, the Hills, and Earned It should have been on the album?
Yes.
No.
I don't know why the Hills wouldn't be on the album. That's his first single.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Often, I meant Often and Earned It.
Earned it absolutely.
Often, yes. Earned it, no.
How's often came out like well over a year ago.
Yeah, that's what my argument is.
Yeah, but
I couldn't enjoy it because I heard it so many times, and then like that one I was like, okay, like you could
I
have
wish
dropped a
he
new
put
song.
King of the Hill on there.
King of the Hill.
King
King of the
Hill.
Fall. Wow.
King of the Hill. King of the Hill.
Okay. King of the Fall. Sorry.
Okay.
Should put Family Guy on the album, man.
No, I really think he should put King of the Fall right after Often. I think because on my track list that's what I have on it. It flows smoothly.
Well, King of the Fall.
Right after Often.
I mean, the reason why
I think he should have added that to the album. I'm sorry.
I mean, he might as well. I mean, Often, like I love Often to death, but like I feel like it was way too late of a song to put on there.
too early.
Too early, sorry.
I mean, you know, the really reason why I see Often and Earned It fitting is because they fit the theme of the album, which is mostly about, you know, beautiful songs that have a really dark undertone to it that expose him for who he is, and Often does that. So Earned It definitely does that. Earned It is about a relationship.
See, I agree.
Every song has a deeper meaning, and like the song just fit cohesively into the album, and it matches the songs previously and after it.
But that I agree with Earned It, not with Often though. You know, because Often, if you notice, it's like more. It's more about him, you know, talking about himself. And Earned It, he's more talking about a female, like he usually does, you know. And it follows like the beat and like the mood of the album, you know.
I'll say that I agree with that. I say that especially the last half of the album is a great narrative.
Yeah.
From Acquainted all the way down to basically Angel.
Every song sounds good, but it's a pretty depressing album. It's a very depressing album.
Like that's why like like In the Night is a great example of that. In the Night is actually one of my favorite songs.
It sounds
a lot
beautiful,
of people don't
but-
know what it's about. It sounds like, you know, pop 1987 Michael Jackson, but deep down that song is about child abuse, like sexual.
Well,
child abuse.
it's about a girl sexually assaulted that is a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, wow.
And you know, Can't Feel My Face, or a popular song that's about cocaine, his addiction to cocaine.
Yeah, Macy.
Losers about him dropping out of school and to
I actually
pursue
love
music.
Losers now.
I love Losers is an amazing
I
song.
actually really like Losers.
The Hills is about him having an affair with a famous celebrity who no one really knows, or her boyfriend was away.
Bella.
A lot of people think it's Ariana Grande.
It's Bella, right?
No.
Oh, his girlfriend now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, some people think it's about her. Some people think it's about Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay.
And you know, As You Are, one of my favorite songs, is about an abusive relationship that you convince yourself is good for you, but it's not. And Angel is about a person he falls in love with that he wants her to fall in love with somebody else because he wants what's good for her.
Not gonna
Depressing
lie.
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, wait,
Angel's not my least favorite, but go ahead.
Angel's a great out. I can't listen to it that much. It makes me want to cry. But
Yeah.
Shameless
No, but
makes me wanna cry.
I feel like the most like touchy song is Prisoner. Like it's really deep if you really listen to the lyrics of it, you know. If you understand that in reality, I feel like what I got off of it was the fact that, you know, now that he's big and all, you know, he's like a prisoner to the music, you know. I feel like he wishes to go back to who he was before he became, The Weeknd. Before he blew up, with the fame that he has now, and like it's just sad that that because is it since he loves music, he needs to adapt to his new, to the environment, to whatever trend that society thinks is deemed worthy enough. So then on top of that, with Lana Del Rey, who's also featured in the track, and her part, you actually, if you listen to it closely, she talks about how much she reminisce about being a famous person, being living in Hollywood and stuff. But at the same time, like I said about The Weeknd, she still feels like she's a prisoner to the music, and it's just sad because the music now that people listen to is not, it's not sending any positive messages and stuff like that, But Paris, you look like you wanted to say something.
Oh no, I mean, one more thing I had to say was just about Tell Your Friends. Like recently, I just realized that Tell Your Friends is the exact opposite of 28, because in Tell Your Friends, he's like, "This is who I am. Go tell your friends about me." 28 is like, "Why did you tell your friends about me?" So now he's finally,
Why'd you tell your friends about it?
Now he's like, "All right, go tell your friends. Go tell somebody else to listen to me, because I want to be this guy now." So
speaking of which, we're gonna tell you guys about what we think of the 3 albums that came out this past week, and which we think is the best, and also who we think the artist of the month is.
On the next segment of music segment part 2, part 2
of Trifecta Live.
So stay tuned.